channel, guys. I'm so glad you're here today because we are going to be talking all about revolvers. But before we get started, I just want to say thank you to all of my new subscribers because at the time that I'm filming this, I just hit 4,000 subscribers here on YouTube. So thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. If you haven't subscribed yet, please make sure you hit that subscribe button because it really helps it really helps to support my channel, and that way you won't miss any of my future videos. So if you've seen any of my other concealed carry videos, you probably know that I carry a semi-automatic 9mm handgun as my concealed carry gun. But semi-automatic handguns are not the only way to go. You might also want to carry a revolver, or maybe you already do. So I've gotten a few comments from some of you asking how to conceal revolvers, whether it's a smaller one or a bigger one. So I've got a whole table here full of guns and holsters and all sorts of stuff. We're going to talk about them, talk about the pros and the cons, hopefully give you a little more info and maybe some ideas on how you can carry a gun if you want to carry or already carry a revolver. So let's just go over the basics of what a revolver is in case you're brand new to firearms or you don't know how one works. So this is my Model 64. It's made by Smith & Wesson. It's all shiny because my boyfriend shined it up recently. The way this works is there's a cylinder release button right here. You press that button and pop the cylinder out with your other hand. And you can see here, inside the cylinder, is where all your rounds go. This one's empty. So it's a rotating cylinder, and every time you fire a shot, it rotates and the next one's ready to fire. So to fire this, you can either just press the trigger like that, or you can cock the hammer back, and you saw it moved the trigger almost all the way to the rear, and then all you have to do is just very lightly press that trigger and it'll fire. Some revolvers don't have an external hammer like this one, and this one's designed specifically for concealed carry so that your hammer doesn't get stuck on anything when you're drawing your gun. This is a Smith & Wesson J frame. That just refers to a 5-shot Smith & Wesson revolver like this. This is another J frame. They look a little bit different. This one does have a hammer, but it's a little bit more concealed so that it won't get stuck on anything. Even if you cock it back, it's really just in this little area right here. So there's the hammer right there. So if you fire it, it pops back up, but it's just in this little groove right here. If you're new to revolvers, you might not also know what double action versus single action is. So double action is when you pull the trigger and it's cocking the hammer at the same time and then releasing it. Single action is when you can cock the hammer and all the trigger does is release it. So why would my duck really needs a walk. So the caliber for this gun is 38 special. And if you're going to carry a similarly sized semi-automatic, it would be something like a 380, which has inferior ballistic performance to this. So you'd get a better caliber, but still a small gun. They're also pretty easy to use. A revolver is really intuitive. All you have to do is just pull the trigger. Another revolver pro is that they're very reliable. There's less user error when it comes to a revolver, so you'll have fewer malfunctions than with a semi-automatic. A semi-automatic might malfunction if it's dirty or if you're not holding it tight enough, if you have like an improper grip, but revolvers have a reputation of being more reliable in terms of user error. If you don't have a proper grip on it like this, it'll still fire. Semi-automatic needs that slide to go back and forth perfectly in order to chamber it in the next round so that you can fire again. But a revolver, they're much more reliable and aren't susceptible to those types of malfunctions. So cons of like a small J-frame revolver, things like recoil, that's probably my #1 con for carrying a gun like this. They are not comfortable to shoot. A revolver this size is pretty comfortable to shoot. I love this gun, I can shoot it all day long, but something like this recoils more. So it's gonna be a little more uncomfortable in general. You might not find that to be the case, but it is for me. And I don't like shooting these for more than a few rounds. So just for comparison's sake, this is a semi-automatic. It has a slide, whereas a revolver does not. And every time you fire it, the slide comes back and then goes forward and chambers the next round. And the spring inside here helps to reduce some of the recoil that you feel in your hand. A revolver, however, does not have a slide here. There's no spring in there to absorb that recoil, so it's all going into your hand, and you might find that pretty uncomfortable. I know I do. Capacity might also be an issue if you're gonna carry a revolver because this one right here can only carry 5 rounds, and a lot of these smaller ones can only carry about 5 rounds. The fact is that human beings react and perform terribly when we're under stress. So if you're being attacked, you're not gonna hit with every shot you fire. You're gonna miss quite a few. And another thing is that bullets don't do the things that we see them do in movies. They don't just knock someone over. They punch a hole through a person. That's basically all that they do. And typically one is not enough. Say there's 2 people that are attacking you and your life is in danger, you are gonna want more than 5 rounds. And you can carry extra rounds, and I'll show you some of that in a little bit, but it's just a little harder than carrying extra rounds for a semi-automatic, and they don't hold as many rounds. But these can be great little guns. I know a lot of people who carry them and love them. Let's get started, and I'm gonna show you guys how you can carry these on your body. Of course, I decided to wear the world's tightest jeans today. Let's just talk for a second about how beautiful this gun is. This is a Colt Python. It's so gorgeous. If you shoot this thing, it's like butter. It's so smooth. I love it. Honestly, if I could carry this on my body every day, I would totally carry this gun. I am gonna show you how to carry large revolvers, but I'm also going to focus mainly on the smaller ones because that's what most people carry. More realistically, I would carry something about this size. I'm gonna show you guys how to conceal this in a few different ways. And I'm gonna start with a belly band because I received a lot of comments on my belly band comparison video asking if it works with revolvers, so let's see. So I've got my favorite one here. This is by Can Concealment. This is their classic hip hugger belly band. So let's just throw this on and see what happens. This you can wear inside your waistband or outside your waistband with a layer on top. I'm just gonna have it over my jeans so you guys can see what's going on. So let's stick this Ruger into this pocket and see how it works. So the gun is in the little pocket right there. It's pretty snug. Just put my shirt over it. There you go, revolver concealment. Let's see how the draw works, shall we? Just minding my own business and, well. So the holster's staying in place. The gun stays in place. It's honestly not that different from carrying my Smith & Wesson shield in this belly band. You could also carry it back here, which I don't like, but you could. So if you wanted to carry it on your back, that's how that goes. Really easy to just throw on with a lot of different outfits. We also have some paddle holsters. That's what this is. It's got a paddle on the back, and then it goes over your waistband, and this is the part that sticks out of your waistband. So I'll show you. You wear this with a belt, normally. I'm just gonna throw it on my waistband, but you do need a belt to hold it in place properly so it doesn't move around. So if you're wearing a coat or like a puffy layer or a big sweater, then you can throw this on, gun in it, clips it in, so it's in there pretty good. The thing is that this sticks out a lot. So for my body type, this is not really ideal. This is printing a lot, or it looks like I have some sort of weird deformity here. It's really easy to draw. The gun is really far away from your body, so you can get your whole hand around it and just draw your gun like that. So that's a paddle holster. They also make bigger ones. This one is for the Model 64. If I could just carry this like this all the time and it was socially acceptable, I would totally do it. Again, you need a belt. I hate belts, so it's not gonna happen right now. But the draw is really easy because it's so far away from my body. That's a paddle holster. You just twist it off and it comes right off. The nice thing about this is that you can just take the whole gun and put it in your safe when you get home without having to take the gun out of the holster. This is an inside the waistband holster. It's got 2 clips to clip onto your belt. And this is normally worn, I don't even know if I could fit it in these jeans. Let's try. All right, I'm putting the holster on the inside of my waistband, right there. See if I can get these buttoned up again. Suck it in, stuff. Oh. Now this holster is inside the waistband of my pants. You might need to size your pants up a little bit if you're gonna carry like this. It's on the inside of my pants. It's definitely better than the paddle holster. This is not printing as much. Printing is when you can see like an outline of your gun through your clothing. This works for a lot of people, especially men, because their hips don't stick out as much generally. It's just an inside the waistband holster for a revolver. Okay, here we go. One of my favorite ways to carry a gun is on my leg. And that means that I love summertime and spring because I can wear dresses again and carry on my leg. So the way this works is you wear it under a skirt or dress, not over your jeans. I'm just doing this to show you guys. Just pull it up. I already know which setting mine needs to be on to be tight enough, so I didn't have to unbutton it. The gun is gonna go into the pocket on the outside if I'm wearing like a puffy dress, If I'm wearing something more fitted, I would put it on the inside of my other thigh. So the draw is super simple with this because your hand's already like right there. All you have to do is pick up your skirt and draw your gun like that. So I really love this thigh holster. This one's by Concealment as well. My belly band that I showed you was also by Concealment. It's got extra pockets. You can put a knife in there, extra rounds, which we'll talk about in a little bit. Really easy to carry a gun right on your leg. All right, the Dean Adams corset holster. This has a trigger guard insert for my shield, which is what I normally carry, but we'll see if it also works with one of these revolvers. Okay, so it's on. I'm gonna put my shirt over it, but just so you can see, I'm gonna put this revolver right into the concealment pocket. Definitely fits. It actually fits in there really snug. So you would get a trigger guard insert depending on which gun you have. This one's for my shield, but it actually protects that trigger pretty well on this revolver too. It's hot. Let's get this shirt out. Okay. Yeah, it conceals great. I would normally wear my pants over it, but I just wore it on the outside so you guys can see what the whole thing looks like. Okay. Not bad, not bad. With practice, you could get super fast. I'm really fast with this holster with my normal everyday carry gun. The Dean Adams corset holster. Of course, one of the most convenient ways to carry a gun might be a purse. I talk a lot about the pros and cons of purse carry when I reviewed this bag. Actually, it's in another video that I'll link below. But this bag by Roma Leathers Inc. actually has locks on the concealment pocket where your gun goes, so that's pretty nice. It's got these little keys. There are pros and cons to purse carry. I talk about them in some of my other videos, so go check those out if you'd like to know what I think about this. But this is definitely another way to carry your revolver. And a nice thing about this is that you can carry a bigger revolver. So let's see if that beautiful python will fit in this beautiful bag. I hope my boyfriend's not cringing right now because I'm putting fingerprints on his beautiful python. All right. There it goes. So now if I wanted to carry a bigger gun, because they're more comfortable to shoot, I can put it in a purse and still carry it without having to worry about how to conceal it on my body. And the draw is pretty fast too. That's a big pro about carrying in a purse. You don't have to worry about size really. You can carry a big gun in a bag. Another one I'd like to mention is a sticky holster. This one's actually not made by the company Sticky, but it's a sticky style holster. But I'm gonna link some sticky holsters below because they're kind of the similar tacky finish on the outside, so they stick to you. My sister actually carries in one of these every day. You just put that in the waistband of your pants because ladies, I'm sorry, but our pockets suck and won't fit a gun. Like I can never carry a gun in this pocket, but I can carry one in my waistband. So put the gun right into the sticky holster. There you go. Let's see if it comes out when I draw it. Oh, holster stayed in place. I like that. There it is. So this is actually designed to be a pocket holster, but something like this, especially the ones by the Sticky brand, will work really well just in the waistband of your pants. And last but not least is a fanny pack. Snap it on. Put your gun in. There's an elastic strap here that's holding my gun in place. And all you do is zip it up. Keep one of the straps out so that you can draw it easier. Okay. Little gun, little fanny pack. There you go. Okay, I forgot about these. These are last but not least. These are concealment leggings. They're made by the brand Tactica Defense Fashion. This is their little logo. And they have a holster right in front. It's just built into the waistband. I did a whole review on these leggings and some other pieces that Tactica sells, so I will link that below in case you guys want to check it out. I also give a discount on these if you want to buy a pair for yourself. They're super comfortable and stretchy. I love them. Gun goes right into the concealment pocket that's built into these leggings. You can use this retention strap if you want. It's just a Velcro strap that goes over the whole thing. I don't really like using this. I find that it gets in the way, so I'm just gonna tuck mine in. So the gun is just right in the waistband of your leggings, like that. Put your shirt over it, and drop. Super easy, super simple. You can wear this with a lot of different things, and it fits these little revolvers pretty well too. It holds them in real good because they have that cylinder that kind of sticks out a little bit. It makes it a little tighter, so that's actually a good thing. So those are the Concealment leggings. These ones are by Tactica Defense Fashion. Okay, now let's talk about extra rounds, because that can be a real big negative to revolvers if you don't carry extra rounds, because they don't hold as many rounds as a semi-automatic as it is. So if you're not going to carry extra rounds, you're kind of giving yourself a huge disadvantage when it comes to capacity. But luckily there are a lot of different little devices that you can use to carry extra rounds and reload your gun faster than just like carrying a bunch of random rounds in your pocket, which I would not recommend, for the record. So you can get these speed loaders. They look like this. These just have little dummy rounds in them. So the way this works is you take your little speed loader with your rounds in it, and to do a reload, you drop it into the cylinder, and then a lot of them you press, some of them you twist. This one you twist, and the speed loader comes right out, and all your rounds are just in there now. Make sure you hold it down so they don't all fall out. Gravity is a real thing, and you can just close it like that. This is another kind. This one's made by Safariland. The one I just showed you is an HKS speed loader. This one's made by Safariland. And the way this one by Safariland works is you put it again into the cylinder, you press down, and they all pop out. How do you carry one of those? Well, they make these nifty little devices that you can just clip right onto your belt. See, there's a belt clip right here, and there's the speed loader in there. So you would just clip that right onto your belt if you were wearing a belt. I'll just show you on the waistband of my hand. And there's your extra rounds right there. You can also get ones that hold double the amount, so then you have even more capacity, which is nice. So I'll just open the snaps right here, and you can see there's 2 of them in there, and this goes right onto your belt. It's a little more bulky, but if you're able to conceal it, then that might also be a good option for you. Another thing you could carry is what's called a speed strip. Looks like this. It's this little piece of rubber that holds all your rounds in it. This one's made by Bianchi. And the way this works is that you can actually load 2 rounds at a time with this. It's a little slower than a speed loader, but the way this works is you open your cylinder. But the way this works is you take your speed strip and you can load 2 at a time. So you just do that, bend it, load 2 more, bend it, and they come out. And then I've got 2 more in here. This one only holds 5, so. And there's all your rounds. You can carry this, I think, a lot easier than a speed loader because it's flat. And that's just another way that you can carry extra rounds on your body. These pants right here actually have like an extra pocket here for my phone, so I could just stick that right in there and then just have all my extra rounds ready to go in a speed strip. That's gonna do it for my revolver video. I hope you guys liked it. Please let me know in the comments what your favorite way to carry a revolver is. There's so many different options and holsters out there, so I know that you guys have some other ideas that I might not have thought of, so let me know how you carry your revolver. I hope you guys have an awesome day and stay safe. See you in the next one. Bye.